As a professional animator, I love seeing long-running games release new characters because you can see how much their animation has grown since they first started. So when Punishing Gray Raven asked me to review their latest frame for Selena, Pianissimo, I was pretty curious to see if we would see the same improvement or not. So before I look at Pianissimo, I decided I would look at all of Selena's past frames, starting from her oldest one, Tempest. Let's get started. Damn, that's a big violin. Oh shit! Yo, she just carries the cello with her? Did she attack with it too? I really like her hair animation. It's very satisfying. Oh shit, that's threatening. Oh shit. Wait, so her cello is a sword? Immediately, I'm already a big fan of like whatever the hell this handle thing is. This is like an electric cello. You can see electric violins, electric cellos they can be like hollow like this, and they have like really cool like abstract designs because they don't rely on acoustic resonance to make sound. They just vibrate and like make electrical signals. But this is really, really cool because they're utilizing that to give her a literal handle, basically a hilt for what's essentially a blade. That's awesome, dude. The curtsy is solid. It's well balanced. Whoa, okay. I know I shouldn't be impressed by this, but holy, that was clean. I talk about center of mass all the time, but she's spinning really well here. The creativity on this choreography is really cool because she's got a unique weapon. She attacks like reverse grip. She just doesn't look at you afterwards. The nonchalance is getting to me, bro. Like, yeah, she's got aura. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected next. The nonchalance and then the, oh, just kidding, I'm gonna stab you. Did you play the cello on me? Wait, that's actually so cool. What the okay, I don't know what to expect with the rest of this. I honestly have no idea. There's gotta be one more. Attack 5, yeah? And the anticipation led me to believe it was going to be a downwards thrust to the ground, but that's fine. This is good. It's not as forceful as I would have hoped for like the final attack, but that's okay. Well, that's cool. Dude, the bow twirl is that's aura. Holy shit. Wait, did her hair go like insane here? Yeah, her hair goes upwards in a really nice, satisfying way. I can't believe this is like the oldest one. Ultimate. Okay, interesting. Not a whole lot to actually look at there. It's just a camera twirl, really. There wasn't a whole lot going on. The effects here are cool, but she's doing the same move over and over again. I actually like the rest of her kit a lot better. She's a cool character. I like her a lot. Design-wise and everything, it's awesome. The choreography and the creativity of the kit leading up to it was like solid A+ tier, at least. The ultimate was like kind of C tier, to be honest. There's not a lot of animation specifically. So from an animation perspective, I'd say like overall Tempest is, I want to say a B+. Let's see her next one. Is it Capriccio or Capriccio? Yeah, Capriccio.
Capriccio.
What? Capriccio with a CH? So this is Capriccio, which is her second frame. So she's not a cellist, she's a flutist now. A flautist? Not a bad run. I like the dash in the previous one better. She felt so threatening. Like her aura was crazy. I mean, what can a flute do to me? I mean, I'm not really that worried. Okay, yeah, it's got a blade on it, but okay, fair enough. Oh, that's cool. Oh, the effects are so pretty. Holy shit. Oh shit, the blade goes in? Okay, that does feel threatening. Oh, I like this pose. Interesting. That's a cute pose. She's got this kind of relaxed, threatening pose where the saber isn't actually being pointed at the enemy. It's being pointed at the ground technically, but it gives this really nice balance of like not wanting to hurt people, but being very capable of doing so, which I like a lot. That's a good pose. Very well balanced there. Very cool. Okay. The slash. I wish there was a bit more of an arc to that. The sword kind of stops here. I kind of wish the sword continued a little bit like this way. You see how it just kind of stops right there? It should keep going a little bit. It just like the momentum could be a little bit smoother anyway. That's cool. I like the end pose there. That's such a cool pose. I like that the left foot is being pushed forward as she pushes here. This is actually kind of like a derivative of, at least from my experience, some wushu sword poses. You actually push back foot forward while you stab forward to get a proper balanced pose, but it's quite elegant. Oh, that was cool. Holy shit. The effects are gorgeous. There's after images too. Damn, she just takes a break in the middle of the combo to play some music. That's aura, dude. Yeah, she literally emotes on you, bro. That's cute. Oh, the landing on her 1 foot. That's really well balanced. God damn. Notice how she's floating here with the magic that she's established here. There's 6? Oh, there's more. There's a finisher too. That's cool. Okay, I like that. Whoa. Dude, look at this landing animation, guys. So she lands on a single foot, but she has the other foot straight out. This is a really good demonstration of center of gravity as well. She has her spine like slightly tilted that way. This balances her body out so that she can properly be centered with her center of mass. Yeah, very figure skater coded. I agree with that. What? That's so cool. What the fuck? There's a clone. Oh my God. Okay, I haven't seen that move yet. That's awesome. Oh, that's cool. Dude, that's the first one that has like sharp edges. Does that make sense? Like when I say sharp edges, I mean like the movement has sharp edges. There's no arcs. It's actually like just like boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's her ultimate. Okay. Oh, that's just herself again. Okay, I remember this ultimate. I didn't realize it turned the entire ground into space beforehand. I think the ultimate has like one downside, which I've talked about before when I first saw it. I just feel like this particular pose doesn't really get the love that it needs. I feel like the momentum stops a little bit too soon and it should just go in a little bit further. If it had done this and it felt fully within the frame here and it felt like it had enough time to like rest and like settle before doing the next move, it would have been perfect. But it's one of the small gripes I have with the ultimate. But overall, I like the ultimate. I think it's a really cool concept. And I really like the pose of her actually playing the flute before this. Okay, so Selena Capriccio is interesting. I like this one better. From an animation perspective, I would give her, I would say S-. There's a couple things that could be slightly better, but overall, quite good. Like it's much better than the Tempest one. The ultimate animation, I would give it an A because it's like, it's got quite a good beginning. Basically one small gripe, and then everything else is pretty solid. I think Capriccio is an A+. Okay, guys, it's time for Pianissimo. Pianissimo is the newest Selena frame. Okay, so the intro animation is badass. I love this pose. This is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if the other ones had intro animations this cool, but like this is, I mean, just look at that, those lines of action. Absolutely fantastic. I love this pose. It just feels like a flex because this model looks really, really good from a side view. Her cello's back. So she's got... Dude, her hair turning white. Dude, that's so cool. So she has multiple ultimates. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What? Holy shit. More ultimates? Oh my God. Even more ultimate. Oh, dude, I cannot believe. Dude, that is so pretty. She's a conductor, dude. Holy shit. She's got the cello. She's got the flute sword. She's got the conductor. And she's like basically ballroom dancing this whole time when she's fighting, which is really impressive. Dude, that's so pretty. The Aurora Borealis. She's conducting on your ass. That's impressive. It feels good. Dude, what is happening right now? It's so pretty. Dude, that's so pretty. So then there's also this one where she goes from white hair to black hair. So she's got, I think 3, 4 ultimates. God, this is really well done too. They actually have like a gradient change in the texture itself, which works well. I really like this angle. I think they did a really good job with this because it feels epic. It feels nice. Dude, this is insane. Pianissimo is like on a whole different level. It's kind of insane. I do kind of wish the flower didn't get as small as it did here, because it just like it doesn't cover her. You know, it's like, see how she's like right here? She's there. I wish the flower covered her. So Selena Pianissimo is kind of on a different level. She has not only some amazing combat animations, but also 4 ultimates. The 4 ultimates have amazing camera work, great composition. They also have really good focus on facial animation, which I love, especially the hair one, which I think is just gorgeous. But also her combat animations have a saber and a floating cello, which allow her to have creative choreography with floating weapons. Very, very cool. And she has a very solid foundation in ballroom dancing. You combine that with the mobility of her other moves and the creativity of her weapon choice. Her ultimates themselves, I give like an S-. I can't give it an S+ because the overall animation for them is relatively minimal comparatively, but all 4 of them together is a pretty solid S-. The combat animation, I would also give an S- because we're including the conducting, we're including her playing the flute, the cello, the violin. We're including all these different elements that are put together into a single character. There's also just the general floatiness of her combat and stuff like that, because she's half floating, half walking. Those elements are combined really, really well in a way that I feel like honestly is also an S-. Together, really solid S-. Not to mention her intro animation, which I think is a pretty solid S. She's a comfortable S-. Quite good indeed. PGR just keeps getting better, dude. Like, I think Kuro Games has learned so much from Wuthering Waves. It's clear that like all the newer models seem to just look better, but the animations themselves are also more creative and like more satisfying. But let me know if you guys agree. And if you enjoy hearing me talk about animation, subscribe for the next one, or check out this video that YouTube thinks you'll like.